Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video I'm going to show you how to create such a simple download button with its own macro interactions and animations 100% in the Figma. So get sure to watch this video until the end. My name is Kia and here is the Kimo. Welcome to my channel. Macro interactions are one of the really important pieces of the user interface. Using macro interactions, we can provide more proper system feedback and make the interactions more easier and understandable for the users. A while ago, I published another video about how you can create a simple call to action button with its own macro interactions and animations. If you didn't watch that video so far, you can click on the banner on top and check it out. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a simple download button with macro interactions in 3 main steps. In the first step, we're going to create the simple loop animation for the download icon, in which the arrow is going up and down continuously without a stop. In the second step, we're gonna create the whole transition between different states of the download icon, from being invisible, becoming visible, and then the loop animation that we made in the previous step, and then the check icon would become visible after the download finished. And last, we're gonna integrate this component into our button element and create the final component. But before we go further in this process, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out the other videos as well. Now, without further ado, let's get started. I'm gonna start by searching for the icon I would need to create this download button. The first icon is the download icon. So I open and run the feather icon plugin and then search for download, and add the icon to my canvas by clicking on it. The other icon I would need is the check icon, so I do the same thing, search for it and add it to my canvas. I resize the icons and increase the border width a bit, and then duplicate the download icon and create a component set out of it. In order to create the loop animation in which the arrow is going up and down, I need 2 different variants of the same icon. In the right icon, I'm going to move the arrow a bit down, and the left one is going to be the default state. I go to the prototype panel, connect the left icon to the right one, set the interaction type to after delay, and animation type in the smart animation. Put the delay or the delay duration to the 0 or 1 millisecond. I connect the right icon to the left one in order to create the loop effect and set up the same setting for the prototype or the interaction type. I change the color of the icon to the white in order to have better visibility on a dark background, and then create a frame in order to check the component that we made in practice. As you can see, when I run the prototype, the animation is working really smoothly. Now I'm going to add the component with the loop animation to my canvas, duplicate it, and then attach the duplicated version from the main component. Now I'm going to create a different keyframe for the transition by having different variants. The first one is the initial state in which the icon is going to be invisible. The second one is a normal icon. The third one is going to be the component with the loop animation. And after that we have the keyframe again, which is the normal icon and again invisible download icon. After that I'm going to do the same process for the check icon. So invisible state, and then the visible one, and again invisible state. So I'm selecting all the different variants and create the component set out of it. Now it's time to work on the prototype and the transition type. I connect all of them to each other and set the transition type to after delay. The delay duration usually is 0 or 1 millisecond, but the one which is going to be connected from the component with the loop animation to the other one, I set the duration, let's say delay duration, to 5,000 or 6,000 milliseconds because I have some loop animation that I want to show it there. I do the same thing for every other variant. And after that, my component with the whole transition is ready. I add it to the frame and run the prototype to see how it's working. As you can see, the icon would appear and then the loop animation works, and after that the check icon would be visible. Now I'm gonna work on the final component, which is going to be the button. I add the icon component with all transition into my button element, and I align it in the center of my button. Now as you can see, I have different layers in this button. The first one is going to be the icons transition component. The second one is the download text, and I have two different layer, one for highlight and one for the background color. After I fix the size of the button as I wish to have, it's time to work on the different variant of the element and create the prototype that we want. I just positioned the icon transition component in the middle of the background layer and the highlight layer. Then I create a different variant, the second variant. In the second variant, I'm going to make the text invisible and move the background layer, or resize the background layer, as you can see, because I'm going to create the sliding effect when user click on the button. So I resize it and make the transparency 0%. Now I'm gonna open the prototype panel, select the first variant of the button, connect it to the second one, and then put the interaction type to unclick and the animation type smart animation. I connect the second variant to the first one and set the interaction type in after delay and the delay duration to 6000 milliseconds, because I want to give enough time to it to run the transition animation. And then add the component that we made from the asset list to the user interface or the layout that I prepared before. Now I run the prototype, and as you can see, when I click on the download button, I can see the transition or the micro interaction with its animation and all the information that we want to give to the user. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If it is so, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video and leave a comment below. Let's learn together and see you in the next video.